Alright, so I'm going to create a basic 2D platform. I already did this once, you could see. Platformer, I'll call it, I usually put the date on things, so why don't we do that? I think that'll help. Then you can always kind of go back. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and hit create. I am going to set it to mobile. And again, we'll call it basic 2D platformer. And then the date, right? Okay, and then we'll hit go ahead and create an edit. Give it a moment. And now we're in our software and we can start from there. So thank you. Alright, so for the first step, we're going to go ahead and click on Other Node, and we're just going to use the basic full-on node here, and we're going to hit Create. So it should say Node up there, and you know, you'll be good to go. So we've created our first element for our project. Okay, so I created a little square of artwork here. It's 64 by 64 pixels. I recommend you kind of keep to that. I'm in Piscal here, so if I go ahead now and export that, let's just grab a PNG file, and now I can take that and I'll call it basic BG art. And then what I do is in the Godot, I'll have it open. And I should be able to drag it right in so it's into our project now. Okay, so we created a 60, I think it was 64 by 64 image, and we put it into our tree over here on the bottom left. Alright, so now I'm going to go to this little plus sign here, and I'm going to look for texture, rect. Okay. And we'll take it from there. Alright, so we created that 64 by 64 graphic, and we want to kind of connect it. So we're going to take the image here, and under where it says texture, we could spot it in. So now we have it there. Okay, so for the next step, you're going to look at where it says this little here next to view, and if I click it down on the bottom right, it's you should get these little pop-ups, full rect. Okay, so now it got bigger. Alright, so we're gonna notice that it looks blurry, right? So you'll have this issue sometimes, especially when we're working with smaller graphics, like it's only 64 pixels, but we should be able to go to texture and set the filter to nearest. There you go, look at that. So now it's not blurry. Okay, so we're also going to make another change here. We're going to go in stretch mode, right? We're going to hit tile. Now we have, it kind of repeats itself. It's like tiles on the wall. Okay, so these are pre-made images. I'd like everybody to just, before we go on, to kind of, if you're familiar with Adobe Photoshop, you can use that. You can use the Piscal app that I'm using here. You would just make another layer in front of it, and you can kind of see it dimmed. We're working at keep to the same sizes. We're working on a 16 by 16 grid, so just be aware of that. And the final graphic is 352 pixels wide by 176. And I'm going to ask everybody to generate their own and make it unique and not one that just comes out of an asset pack. So I'll give everybody time to do that, and then we'll continue from there. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to create a little tile set. These are like 16 by 16. They're just going to be things our character could walk on. I created them in in Piscal again, and I should be able to go into Godot here, and let me go get them. So I'll drag them into our assets here, and then I'll create a new node. Oops. Tile map. Node 2D tile map. There we go. Alright, so over here where it says tile set, you can go and create a new tile set, and then we're going to go to the tile set section here, and we should be able to drag ours in. And it should be all set. Right, so it's all configured to that 16 by 16 block, and that will be we'll continue from there next time. So thank you. All right, so you'll notice if I now switch to tile map, I should be able to choose one and then just start drawing with it, so we can make our basic level. But we might want them bigger, and so this installment is to just put them in. So we'll keep going. Thank you. Okay, so one thing we can do here, let's look here. In the transform, right? So let's say we set the scale. Let's go like 3 right now, right? And then we gotta look for our filter, right? Let's see. And we can do that to nearest pixel. So now they should be bigger, and we can paint with them. We'll make a little scene here, a little Mario looking level. But right now this is just a practice one. Okay, so if you could take a screenshot of something like this. Sorry for my kind of awkward background, but it happens. And then just fill in some ground. Maybe that's a little too much on the top, but I'll let you kind of decide. Let me undo this. So what I'll do is I'll just put one line across, and then I'll fill it here. And I'm not going to use too many different things right now, because I'm waiting to see how you do. So thank you. Alright, so I made mine pretty simple. Just keep in mind you have some tools here to kind of play around with to get something a little fancier. And I look forward to seeing what you create there. So thank you.